Well, some developing news out of Atlanta, where a judge overseeing Donald Trump's Georgia election interference case has dismissed 6 of the charges against the former president. This includes 3 against Trump. All of them have to do with soliciting elected officials to get them to violate their oaths of office. This is the case in which Trump's defense team is looking to dismiss Fulton County DA Fani Willis. Now, Willis can potentially seek an updated indictment. NewsNation's Elizabeth Pran is following all of these developments. It's live in Atlanta. And Elizabeth, what reason did the judge give for dismissing those charges?
Yes, and Nicole, you made an important point there, because there is room for an appeal or a restructuring of the language. So we've all been watching Judge Scott McAfee this week. We were expecting him to make a motion in regard specifically to the district attorney. This was a bit of a surprise when you look at the striking down of these 6 charges, 3 specifically pertaining to former President Donald Trump, not taking away from the well over 80 that we're seeing in Florida, here in Georgia, in the District of Columbia and New York. These were pertaining to the 41 charges here in Georgia. There are now 3 dozen charges. As you mentioned, striking down those solicitation violations. So the judge basically said the allegations are there, but you don't have the meat. You don't have the clear, convincing evidence within those requirements of solicitation violations. So what is he talking about? Well, dismissing charges related to the allegations that the former president pushed state lawmakers to have a special session in hopes for a different electoral college outcome. And also that very famous phone call, the allegations that the former president and high-ranking staff members pushed state authorities, such as the Georgia Secretary of State. And as I mentioned, that phone call where he said, we need to find those 11,780 votes. So we spoke with Misty Maris, a defense attorney, and she talked about why that is such an important point to make, because we have the physical evidence. We have that phone call. And then we also spoke with a local attorney here who said, in the interim, this is a victory for the Trump team.
What I found very, very interesting is that 2 of those charges against Donald Trump, there are 3 total. 2 of them involved that infamous phone call where Donald Trump says, find me more votes.
Anytime there is a charge that's dismissed against a client, it's an absolute victory. Is it a total win? It is not. Is it a partial win? It is. And I think that's what Steve Sadow and former President Trump are happy about.
Okay, in addition to former President Trump, the other defendants who had solicitation counts dismissed today: Rudy Giuliani, John Eastman, Mark Meadows, Ray Smith, and Robert Cheatley. All of them are impacted by the really huge decision today. But as you mentioned, Nicole, all eyes are on Fulton County. Remember, the judge gave himself a self-imposed deadline. He said, I'll have a decision in 2 weeks. Friday marks the 2 weeks. Well, we will know whether or not he will dismiss the district attorney. He will keep her on the case. He could dismiss the special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, or he could keep them all on the case. That being said, those charges are still there. The 6 out of the 41 have been dismissed, but those 36 charges are still in place, Nicole.
All right, so just some of them dismissed. Elizabeth, thank you.